Welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be multiplying slash dividing positive and negative numbers. I'm going to show you a simple way to remember this in a bit. But first, we have some rules to cover. When you're multiplying and dividing positive and negative numbers, they have the same rules. So I'm going to show you the rules for multiplication. A positive times a positive equals positive. A negative times a negative equals positive. A positive times a negative equals negative, and a negative times a positive equals negative. Now what about division? Again, I said it's the same rules. A positive divided by a positive equals positive. A negative divided by a negative equals positive. A positive divided by a negative equals negative. And a negative divided by a positive equals negative. Same rules. Now watch this little trick here. I'm going to draw like a little winky face. It looks something like this. It looks like a little face, right? I can draw it out. I don't know. Something like this. Whatever. Has a little face. Now, here's a rule. Positive times a negative, that's your answer. Negative. Watch this other one. Let me erase the circle. A negative times a negative, positive. So the sign that you do not circle is your answer, is your result. Watch another one. Let me just stick with that. Now what about like this? Positive times a negative, or positive divided by negative. Again, your answer is the one you do not circle, which would be negative. Now let's try some problems. You can pause the video right here if you want to draw this out. Copy it down your notes. And you can use it for your homework or classwork or whatever, if your teacher lets you, right? Try to memorize it. Let me erase all of this. Almost there. And done. Oh, kind of bothers me. I see one right here. Sorry. What's that called when it bugs you like that? Maybe OCD? Something like that? Okay. Now, let's try some examples here. Let's do 2, this is a multiplication symbol, times 3. What about 2 times negative 3? Negative 2 times negative 3. And negative 2 times 3. Okay. So 2 times 3, they're both positive. A positive times a positive is positive. Let's start with that. A positive times a positive is positive. 2 times 3, 6. The next one, 2 times negative 3. A positive times a negative is negative. 2 times 3 is 6. Our answer is negative 6. Look at the third one. Negative 2 times negative 3. A negative times a negative, positive. 2 times 3, 6. The last one, negative 2 times 3. A negative times a positive is negative. 2 times 3 is 6. Now what about division? Let's do it on the right hand side. Let's say we have 10 divided by 2, negative 10 divided by 2, negative 10 divided by negative 2, and 10 divided by negative 2. A positive divided by a positive is positive. 10 divided by 2 is 5. A negative divided by a positive is negative. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our answer is negative 5 there. A negative divided by a negative is positive. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our answer there is positive 5. And the last one, a positive divided by a negative is negative. And again, 10 divided by 2 is 5. But our answer is negative 5. Thank you for watching.